What if I told you that Santa Claus, the man in red, the jolly face of Christmas joy, was once a man broken by grief, that the image we grew up with, cheerful, generous, magical, was built on silence, on pain. He didn't laugh. He didn't even deliver presents. He didn't ride reindeer. In fact, the real man would hardly be recognized today, because before the red suit, before the North Pole, there was just Nicholas, a quiet man, alone, and the world forgot who he truly was. This is not a story about Santa. This is a story about how we chose to remember him. Nicholas was born in the 3rd century, in a town by the sea called Patera, under the shadow of Roman rule. His parents were wealthy and deeply devout. But plague came, as it often did, and in a single month he lost both of them. He was just a boy. He didn't cry, not in the stories. He just walked into silence, and in that silence he listened. He gave away everything, not to be good, but to feel something again. He walked the streets at night, not in red robes, but in shadows, dropping gold coins into windows. He never wanted credit, because giving was the only thing left that didn't hurt. And when Rome began hunting Christians, he refused to run. They arrested him, beaten, starved, forgotten. He became a bishop, but not the kind with jewels and gold. He lived simply, preached gently, but even in prison, he still gave. Nicholas died quietly. No grand funeral, no red carpet, but the people whispered about the man who gave without asking, the man who slipped gold into shadows, the man who never said a word, but changed lives. Over centuries, those whispers became stories. Stories became legends, and legends, are like rivers. They flow through different lands and pick up other things along the way. In Northern Europe, people had their own winter spirits. One of them was Odin, white-bearded, cloaked in dark robes. He rode through the sky on a flying horse during the Wild Hunt, a ghostly procession in the dark months of winter. Children left out boots with hay for Odin's horse. In the morning, they found them filled with sweets. If they'd behaved. Sound familiar? The lines began to blur. Nicholas became Sinterklaas borrowed Odin's sky path, his beard, his mysterious gifts. In Germany, the bishop's robe turned into a cloak. In Scandinavia, the saints started arriving on the longest night of the year. In Britain, he merged with Father Christmas, a spirit of feasting, joy, and later, of commerce. By the time his story reached America, Santa Claus wasn't just one man anymore. He was many myths. Wearing the same red coat, Santa Claus didn't sail alone to America. He came with ships full of stories. Dutch immigrants brought their English settlers brought Father Christmas. Germans had Krampus and Christkindl. And in the melting pot of New York, something strange happened. The old myths, collided. And the new world wanted something simpler, something marketable. In 1823, a poem appeared anonymously in a newspaper. Its title, A Visit from St. Nicholas. Today, we know it as, "'Twas the night before Christmas," when all through the house, in just 56 lines, the poem reshaped Santa completely. No bishop's mitre, just a red cap. No horse, but 8 flying reindeer. No solemnity, but laughter. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. It worked. America now had its Santa, small, magical, harmless, not a saint, but a symbol. Then came the artists. Painters like Thomas Nast added more. The North Pole, elves, a workshop, a naughty or nice list. Piece by piece, the original man, silent, grieving, generous, was replaced by someone larger than life. Still kind, yes. But now, jolly, predictable, safe. And just when this new Santa was settling in, Coca-Cola arrived. In 1931, illustrator Haddon Sundblom painted Santa for an ad campaign. Red suit, big smile, white trimmed coat, warm, grandfatherly. That image stuck. It echoed through televisions, shopping malls, greeting cards. That image stuck. It echoed through televisions, shopping malls, greeting cards. Santa may be everywhere now. In malls, on mugs, on meat. He may be used to sell soda, socks, streaming services. His laugh may be looped in ads, his image printed on plastic. But here's the strange thing. We still believe. Not in the logistics, not in the sleigh physics, not even in the reindeer, but in something deeper. Santa, beneath all the glitter and garlands, still stands for hope. He stands for the idea that giving, anonymous, selfless giving, matters. That even if you're poor, even if you're unseen, even if you have nothing to offer but kindness, you can change someone's life, just like Nicholas once did, in that quiet story from Mira, where no one knew his name, but everyone felt his presence. Santa today still walks those same shadows. He sneaks into hearts the same way gold fell through a window. He reminds us, sometimes the best things come when we're asleep. Not because they're magic, but because someone cared enough to make them happen. And isn't that what we want to believe? That someone, somewhere, sees us. That kindness is watching. That goodness leaves footprints, even if we never see the boots. So now you know. Santa Claus was once a boy who lost everything. A man who chose to give instead of grieve. A whisper who became a myth. A myth that became a memory. A memory that became a mirror. And maybe that's the real magic. Not flying reindeer, not chimneys or toy factories, but the way one man's quiet kindness spread through cultures, centuries, and continents, until the whole world decided, let's keep him. Let's make room for him every December. Let's tell stories about him to our children. Let's dress up, give gifts, hang lights. Not because we must, but because it feels right. So, is Santa real? No sleigh, GPS will confirm it. No telescope will spot him. No adult can prove it. But maybe he's not supposed to be real. The way a table or a telephone is real. Maybe Santa is a choice, a belief, a shared agreement to keep something good alive. Because when we wrap gifts in silence, when we slip kindness into someone's day, when we choose to give even when no one's watching, then yes, Santa is real, and he's in all of us.